Hello everyone, this is Victoria and I'm here with your September tarot reading. This is a reading for Aquarius and it's gonna be for Sun, Moon and Rising Aquarius. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get some guidance from the universe on how to best navigate the energies of the month of September. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And of course, we will get started with an oracle message. Today I've got the Enchanted Map Oracle with me. So without further ado, let's get started. Of course, as always, I appreciate all your likes, all your comments, all your shares. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. And of course, there's a bunch of information in the description box on my other content and the services that I provide, including personal readings. All right, what do we have for Aquarius today? The moonlight. Yeah, so there is a lot of the sense of vulnerability in this moonlight. We are approaching full moon, by the way. It's going to be happening on September 7th. It's also going to be an eclipse. I'll be talking about it a lot more in a separate reading where I will also provide guidance for each zodiac sign. But what I'm going to say now for you, Aquarius, is that a lot of times this sensitivity can bring up uncomfortable feelings and emotions. It doesn't mean that it's just that, but that's when we notice it, right? And we don't want to feel that way. So there is a desire to protect even yourself from your own trauma, from your own fears that may be coming to light, especially during the full moon. But the thing is that this is the most straightforward way to deal with it. And you know, they say you need to feel it to heal it. And once you're more aware and you understand it better, you feel through it, you can process it and you can transmute it, right? And it doesn't have power over you anymore. So that's exactly what you're invited to do at this time. And the universe is telling you that you're ready for this. Right? So you don't have to go full on if you feel like you don't have the support that you need for this. And for certain pieces of trauma, we may need the support of someone else, like a therapist or a coach, to be with you and support you through that process. But go as far as you feel like you can, and at least write down what are the feelings, what are the patterns, you know. For some of you, somatic approach would work really well, especially if you feel like there is a certain emotion around a topic, around a pattern, around an event, but you don't really know what it is. Like, what is my problem with it? I don't know why it makes me so angry or it gets me so upset. For that, I would definitely recommend working with your body and doing more visceral healing on that level. But for that, you can also make a start yourself to note, to do a body scan and to note where you feel it in the body, what is happening exactly, and you can work with that emotion even through your body. All right, with all that said, let's proceed to tarot. You have two eclipses in September, and I will be talking about them separately, but eclipses are always, they're 2 weeks apart, and they're always this gateway towards major changes in our life. Plus we have autumn equinox towards end of September. So there's gonna be just, a lot going on. I remember last year I decided to travel to Europe during that time. I was in Portugal, in Greece, in the UK, and it was just like an additional layer to like this mind-blowing energy. Okay, so for your love life and personal space, you have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. You have the Queen of Cups. And you have the Six of Swords. Then for the career space, you have Seven of Cups, the High Priestess. By the way, the Emperor is Aries, and then the High Priestess is Pisces energy. the Magician. Look at all the major arcanas. This is Gemini. The Devil, this is the advice. The Devil is the Capricorn energy. Then you have King of Wands and Strengths. This is Leo. Oh my God, I was just talking about the major transformation and eclipse season. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. And you've got like half of the cards are major arcana. This is huge. You're being guided at this point. Excuse me, this is a confirmation. There is a divine intervention into your story. And wherever it's taking you, it's like, I like to call it an improv theater, association, because in improv theater, the major rule is you're not allowed to say no. Whatever the other person pitches to you, you're supposed to say yes and, right, and continue. It's kind of the time where resisting whatever is coming your way is not gonna do you any good. It's gonna get you spiraling into more karmic cycles. It's important to, again, be curious and to kind of maybe detach from an immediate emotional response and see, like, what is the universe trying to tell me, or my guides, or the divine is trying to tell me with this, or like, can I allow myself to go that way? Check it out, see what happens. And the deeper you can allow yourself to go with it, one of the Aquarius energy, one of the way Aquarius energies are presented in tarot is through the Fool card. And the Fool card is about this leap of faith. It's about, stepping off a cliff and knowing that the universe is gonna catch you. You're gonna be fine on the other end of it, right? So embrace that vibe with all these transformations. So, to your love life and personal space, we have the Emperor, Queen of Cups, and Six of Swords. There is a desire for harmonization between masculine and feminine energy. Of course, these are the representations of the two. And at this point, it doesn't even matter that much which side you are on. And mind that we all have both energies. And this, to a certain extent, for example, if you are a masculine, you're immediately associating yourself with the Emperor. But it's also possible that in your relationship, you're showing up in your feminine energy just at this point, just for a specific pattern that you have, right? And your feminine is showing up in the masculine energy. And in that case, you're going to be the feminine here. But because we have both, it doesn't even matter that much. And look, they both are wearing red tops. I love this. And well, the bottoms are kind of arguable that they're the same, but I love this. This is like, we are one team. But we have had different experiences. We're putting different accents and emphasis on the same events. And it's important for us to harmonize this, right? And get on the same page. Because as much as we're trying to respect each other's view and take on things and experience with life, as it is, it's hard to understand it. And at times it causes frustration, right? Or it causes people to freeze and close off, depending on what their fight or flight response is. So, with Six of Swords here, see how you can get on the same page and align, right? How you can support each other at this time. This is the time of showing each other how much you care. And yes, it counts for your person, and if you don't see them doing it, like I'm just giving you an example of what I'm talking about. Your response should not be just getting upset, or doing something spiteful towards them. Your response should be, hey, you know what, I'm going through something right now, can we talk? Whether it's concerning your relationship with them or something completely different, you should be able to vulnerably speak about it in an honest, vulnerable way. Like right now, I feel hurt, or I feel upset, or I'm completely confused. I have no idea what to do here. Or, this person let me down and it's just so frustrating. Whatever it is, you get it out and see how your person can be there for you. Or you can even tell them. Some people are not very good at reading social cues or being proactive. And you can say to them, I can really use your support, something along those lines, right? Like open the door to harmonizing, not to conflict and drama. For your career space, we have Seven of Cups, High Priestess, and the Magician. Yeah, so you're stepping into your gifts. And yes, I know I myself am of a more esoteric and light worker origin, I would say. So I like to see it, of course, as psychic gifts, as creative talents, but you don't have to see it that way. It's up to you. I would just say that this is definitely again, because these are major arcanas, the universe asking you to step in and make choices based on your intuitive guidance and your natural interests and talents, not based on what makes sense on the outside. Aquarius is an air sign, and a lot of times air signs tend to overthink or rationalize too much, right? Like create all those strategies and make sure that the return on investment is good. But this is taking you to a completely different area where, again, talking about leap of faith, it's important for you to trust that those things that attract you, not for the logical reason, but just on a soul level, on an emotional level, those are the ones to respond to and to go deeper and see how, maybe even if it's a hobby for now, that's good enough. Or maybe you already even have some ideas of how to make it a business. You just haven't, it's going to be a lot of work and you don't want to go there, right? Again, logically, it just doesn't make much sense. But go for it, take a few steps, see what happens, right? It's about embracing this magician energy of yourself, understanding how powerful you are, and any kind of logistics and earthly, visible obstacles are not going to stand in the way of this. And finally, with the advice, we have the Devil, King of Wands, and the Strength. So, like immediately with all the combination of the three cards, what I see is that the strength, the bravery, it can take different, it can manifest itself differently in life, and we can apply it differently. And just as with any energy, it can be used in a positive connotation, or it can go in a more manipulative and toxic way, where it could lead to violence, or we could feel there could be a power struggle. We would need to feel that we are on top in the situation. We have an upper hand. The decision is up to us, whatever that means, right? For masculines, a lot of times it can look like masculine machismo, just like putting that masculine ego up front, making it look attractive and trying to impress, especially towards the feminines, right? So it's time for you to look at where maybe there are certain patterns of that kind in your space, and where you can turn it around and use it in a kind manner, from the heart, Remember in the Wizard of Oz, because Strength card in the classic deck has a lion in it, always. In classic decks, I should say. Right? And to me, it reminds me about the lion who got the heart in the, not the heart, the bravery in the Wizard of Oz, right? But it was like the true bravery and strength is about being compassionate and being able to approach situations with an open heart. And that's the most magnetic and attractive feature that could be for either masculines or feminines in your life. Okay, before we go, let's get some messages for Aquarius from their person of interest. We have Ten of Swords, clarified by the Temperance, and the King of Cups. Yeah, so your person is also leaning towards harmonization and towards healing and towards emotional stability in their life. They've been through a lot, and at this point they're tired of being in that situation, right? And I'm not necessarily saying that they're taking a victim position. It doesn't have to be that way. But you know, if objectively there's been a lot of trauma, a lot of painful events in their life, right? That's even something that people reflect back at you, right? They feel sorry for you. They want to show support and help. You know, they have conversations with you, kind of like, how are you taking it? You know, how are you getting along with this? It's so terrible, right? And it intensifies that state of like, I'm still going through it. Yeah, it's been bad and I'm still struggling, right? But your person, and it kind of perpetuates then, and there's no way out because people keep bringing you back to it. And your person wants to get out of that space. They want to turn the page, whatever this was. This is a collective reading, so up to you to figure that out. They don't want to focus on that. They want something else, something beautiful, something loving to be the focus of their life. So they again turn into you to help them get into that place of emotional stability where they can show up for you also in a more loving and emotionally intelligent way, because they understand that it's taking a toll on your relationship as well, not just on them specifically. So that's what they're up to, and that's where they could use some constructive support from you. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,